All right, let's take you through our top story tonight on West Bengal Sports Minister who decides to resign. Aroop Biswas, West Bengal Sports Minister, has now decided to step down after the Messi fiasco. He takes moral responsibility for the chaos and the mismanagement during Lionel Messi's Kolkata visit on December 13th, an event that was meant to celebrate football but instead spiraled into disorder, anger, and global embarrassment for India because it was Kolkata that he chose his first stop. As he made it to India, you had fans there waiting for his visit, and all eyes and media across the globe, not just in India, were focused on his Kolkata visit as it was his first stop. And look what happened. Such an embarrassment. And here you have the Sports Minister of West Bengal who decides now to step down until probe is completed. And Mamata Banerjee has taken over the Sports Ministry. She's accepted his resignation. Remember what was once billed as a once-in-a-lifetime moment for football-loving fans in Kolkata and all over, quickly unraveled at the Salt Lake Stadium. It was such a mess. Messi arrived there with much enthusiasm, and what happened was beyond imaginable. Within minutes, the celebrations collapsed. Messi was there. He had some activity that was planned. In fact, it appears that he and his team were quite irked with the fact that there were more VIPs and people dying to take selfies and surrounding him to such an extent where it seems like his team decided to leave much in advance than what was actually scheduled. Poor crowd control is what's being blamed. Unrestricted VIP movement. You had people just flocking in, flowing in to such an extent they could not move forward with the activities that were planned. Complete administrative failure. Hundreds of people who were trying to take selfies, politicians included. Well, there were a few actors like Shah Rukh Khan that were scheduled to meet him, but besides that, you had so many politicians and selfie hunters who almost gherawed Messi to such an extent. Like I mentioned, his team was irked. People paid nearly 5,000 to 16,000 rupees. That's how much they paid to actually get one glimpse of Messi at that stadium there. 60,000 people who came by to get one glimpse, paying exorbitant prices for tickets, but their visibility was completely blocked because people were surrounding Messi. They couldn't even get a glimpse of him. Even though they paid their tickets, they had to sit far away, no view of Messi. Anger spilled. You had bottles, chairs, all thrown onto the field. Fans said that they were denied even water inside the stadium. That's how bad the management was. And they had paid money for it. But yet, many call this a complete scam. Images of chaos that surfaced there, and we've been showing you extensively on how badly mismanaged the Messi event in Kolkata was. So Sports Minister Aroop Biswas has finally decided to resign, saying that he wanted to step aside to ensure unbiased probe. Mamata Banerjee says it's only right. She's accepted it. Police action has also followed. Satadru Datta, promoter of the GOAT India Tour 2025, who spearheaded this event in Kolkata, has been arrested. He's been sent to 14 days of police custody. Senior officials have been removed. The Bidanagar Police Commissioner has been served a show-cause notice. The CEO of Salt Lake Stadium has been removed. Departmental proceedings are underway against other officers. The BJP has, of course, slammed the ruling Trinamool Congress, alleging crowd mismanagement and security lapse, organizational collapse. Well, this probe will continue now. Accountability has to be brought, but how long will that take for that to happen? Meanwhile, we've already been embarrassed on a global stage. Let me bring in our guest joining us, Jaydeep Basu, senior sports journalist. We also have Dr. Shaturupa, spokesperson of the BJP, and Abhilash Badra, political analyst. Thanks very much, all of you, for joining us. Let me start with the senior sports journalist, Jaydeep Basu. What's your take on what happened? Give us the inside story of the Messi fiasco in Kolkata. It was a private agency that had organized this event, but fully backed by the government of West Bengal. What really went wrong in your view?
I think, as you said already, it was an administrative failure, that's all. Because too many people went into the ground, there was no restriction. Anyone who wanted to go, somebody's brother, somebody's brother-in-law, somebody's mother-in-law, all went in. And I think there was no event flow. As I read in the newspapers, there was no event flow prepared. So everything was disorganized. So finally, it had to happen. It has happened like that. And I think there is no inside story. Everything is coming out at the moment. And I think the resignation is good, though it came little too late, perhaps. The situation has already gone out of hand. But still, the resignation is good because it has at least set a precedent. Next time somebody doing like this will have to think twice before doing it. And there will be a precedent that at least a minister resigned taking responsibility. However flimsy the arguments could be, or some people can say it's a kind of a drama being prepared. It's a well scripted drama after the match. But whatever, I think the resignation has come at the right time, and it should have been like that.
The spokesperson has refused to join, as always, as expected as well. We tried reaching out, but they refused to join. But let me bring in the political analyst's version here. Abhilash Badra, would you want to give us a little take on the VIP overreach? Even it was a private company that was organizing it, but all clearances came from the government, support came from the government. You had Shah Rukh Khan that was brought down to meet Messi. But look at the crowd, and the sports minister himself hugging Messi. You know, you got to show a little respect to the people who are in the stadium there who paid their tickets to come. The sports minister is holding on to Messi for such a long time, not letting go, you know. There's some kind of decency that one should observe as a politician. Where's the class here? I see none.
Thank you, Ms. Jamal. So, if you could see the fact that there has been a kind of ruckus that has been created on the field, and considering the fact that the whole event was concerned, I myself was present that day on the ground, and I had also seen that there was lack of visibility due to especially due to the security personnel and the media people who were there present. So for that, in fact, what had happened was like as Messi's whole tour, the Messi's walk run through the stadium was guarded through all this. And upon that, there were some VIP persons who were, guarding Messi for selfies and some, fan moments and stuff, which had again brought up to this ruckus that has been created in the Solid Stadium. See, considering the fact it has been a protocol, and this protocol has been followed by other states also who have conducted the Go Tour, that the sports minister has to be present while the show or the Go Tour is going on at a certain state or a certain venue. So, considering the fact that this was also protocol in Kolkata as well, that Mr. Aroop Biswas had to be present, being the sports minister of the West Bengal government. So, he was present there. Now, whatever the theories that are coming up that he was taking too much advantage and stuff. If you could see the videos and stuff, when Messi came in and when Messi saw that the minister is handing it, he first went up to handshake and then obviously they had given a side hug to each other. So that was the scenario if we can see the footages clearly. Considering the fact that what had happened and what response we are getting today, this has been giving up a good, example to the country and to the other states that considering in West Bengal when an investigation is going on, and to create an impartial investigation so that the fans' emotions are not broken, so the fans can believe in the government. This impartial to take upon this investigation as an impartial thing, the minister has himself handed over the resignation today onwards. So this creates and this puts up an example in front of the media, in front of the nation that today when West Bengal has been faced such a fiasco, such a ruckus has been created, the West Bengal government takes full and full-fledged responsibility. However, considering the fact that there has been statements made by the opposition, now if we see when BJP and CPM has been making such statements against the West Bengal government, there can be a lot of serious brought-ups. For example, when in 1996, 16 people died during a stampede situation in Eden Gardens, none of the sports ministers from the CPIM or the law enforcement minister from CPM resigned. Today, when the BJP LOP was making a press conference after the whole situation, just right beside him, Mr. Kalyan Chaudhary was sitting, who is single-handedly had destroyed the ISL or the Indian Super League tournament in India. So there are a lot of questions that has been rising against the oppositions who till date have been blaming the TMC and the West Bengal government for doing such. And obviously, see, whatever has happened, that has created a negative impact on the fans, and that has created a negative imposure on the fans. But again, we have to keep our patience. We have to keep.
All right, we seem to have lost his connection, but let me quickly bring in the BJP spokesperson also, Dr. Shatarupa of the BJP. Ma'am, why don't you tell us, we saw messy events in other states that went on so smoothly. A Congress rules state, right after Kolkata, Hyderabad, Telangana, carried out very smoothly proceedings of that messy event. And also in Mumbai, it was fantastic. BJP ruled state there. It was done so meticulously, and the police were praised, and they glorified for a spotless event in Mumbai as well. So, in your view, tell us, the opposition has been bashing the TMC. TMC says, well, we take responsibility, and here you go. Our sports minister has resigned. Is that enough?
No, it is not enough. Firstly, Nabila, when you were talking about, I think you were asking the political analyst, whatever his name is, that you were expecting class from crass. This party, the way they've handled the state, there is no other word that I can use, crass. So you cannot expect any kind of class from them. And I just want to take off from where Joydipta was talking about there's no inside information. I also don't have any inside information, but apparently that was, I think you have the name tag wrong. That is supposed to be mine. It's gone on to him. Dr. Shatarupa is me, by the way. Anyway, now, as far as the program that was listed, was that Messi will come in at so and so time, during which there was a match to be on, and the match was on. After the match would be finished, Messi would be giving the trophy, and after that would be done, he would be playing with some children of some underprivileged class. I mean, there was some club which had been designated to play, and after that, Messi would interact, would take a round of the stadium and would leave. The whole program was, I think, about some 40 minutes, for which the fans were made to dish out 16,000, 18,000, 12,000 rupees to just watch who? The Honorable Sports Minister of West Bengal grab Messi, take selfies, him, his family, rest of the whole retinue, everybody was there, including the police of West Bengal. They were, of course, just because the police should they not have any privilege. I don't want to get into this kind of a discussion. When you have an international visitor, there is a specific protocol. If you look at any other match, you will see that the police turn around and they face the audience. They do not have the privilege to watch a live match. For that, they should go back home, go off duty, and look at the television. Number one. And yes, of course, there is a huge gallery show, a huge fiasco, huge hue and cry that, oh my God, the sports minister has resigned. I am sure you don't understand Bengali, less the writing. Firstly, that letter has no stamp. It is should be coming from a letterhead of the sports ministry. It is not coming from there. There is no stamp, there is no letterhead, there is not even a signature in that. It looks like, somebody someone like me who reads and writes and loves Bengali, and all this nonsense that Trinamool keeps on talking about, oh, Bengali Oshmita, and they are the ones who's upholding Bengal. For that, this minister has written all sorts of Bengali words which I don't think people have even heard or even imagined the spellings. Even if I forgo, because the level of their education is rather in question. Now, the main thing is, he has addressed the letter not to the chief minister but to his beloved Didi. And the letter, if you read it out, it is just like a transcription of how the chief minister talks. Her pronunciations, the way she talks, is almost like she's written a letter to herself. This is not expected of the sports minister of West Bengal. This is just another gimmick. This is just another gallery show. Mamata Banerjee, being the astute politician that she is, she has realized that this entire attempt to milk the football passion that West Bengal has, she's tried to milk it for her recent upcoming elections. She has failed. She has completely, it has been a total fiasco on her side. So to save the show, she has made, or maybe she's written it herself, I don't know, because the letter is...
No, but tell me one thing.
Let me just finish. Last line. This letter is dated on the 15th of December, which is yesterday. Yesterday till 6 o'clock, till 7 o'clock, we've seen shows where Arup was saying, no, I'm not going to resign. I am not at fault. So suddenly he has this
So which
huge
is
time
why,
now.
in a nutshell, if it's a private company that's organized it, security was the government's responsibility. What really was the error in the middle?
100%. Now, if you're saying if it was the private, yes, it was Shatadru's responsibility to bring Messi. And it was Shatadru's responsibility to reach out to the government of West Bengal. Similarly, it was the government of West Bengal's responsibility to tell him that even if you bring whoever, these are the main protocols that you have to follow. This, I don't know what went wrong, or maybe what we feel now after looking at so many visuals and hearing from ground reports from the people who were there, we feel that perhaps Shatadru has been pressurized by Trinamool. I mean, they look at the way Arup, you're showing the visuals, and Shatadru's running around. He has no idea of what's happening. He cannot
So
say no to
it's a
the hoodlums
failed
of the people who
event
are
by
running
a
Trinamool
private
government.
company, but it was incumbent on the ruling government to ensure that this, at least they should have given some cushioning or backup support to ensure it didn't turn out like this.
Maybe they
You know,
blackmailed him. Maybe they blackmailed Shatadru
for
that you
what?
have to let us on the ground. You have to, they pressurized him that the sports minister and his retinue and his whole family has to be out on the ground. Otherwise, why? I mean, if you come to Bengal, once, Nabil, I invite you, nothing moves with unless and until it is Trinamool's inspiration, Onuprerona of Didi, so-called. So if they must have told him that forget about international protocol, even if Shatadru tried, I'm not trying to defend Shatadru here. I am just trying to say two things. One, the police should have extended proper support and behaved like police. Number two, maybe the Trinamool government again has pressurized Shatadru
So who are
and
the
the
people who
people.
were surrounding Messi that blocked view? Who are the people? We saw, okay, we saw Shah Rukh Khan's visit was a scheduled visit.
He didn't even enter the
Who were the
stadium. He
other
couldn't
people?
enter the stadium. But most of the people who have been identified, who should not have been there, were Aroop Biswas's family. Aroop Biswas, I don't even want to get into the children's names because I don't want to get personal with his family. But people who were there, all I can say was Trinamool, sports minister, and his family, his friends and family. Most of the people were not even recognizable. We don't even know. Most of the many have taken selfies practically guarding the other two respected footballers who were there. Police was shrugging him out. Somebody's been scratched. Is that the way you behave with a guest of the nation? This Messi is a football god. Forgive me, I do not watch football, but this much I know that Messi, Maradona, Pele, they are God as far as football is concerned. You don't behave like this with God. This is not class.
I mean,
This is total class.
God aside, for football fans, certainly he's God. But just,
That's what I'm saying.
our respect. When someone comes down, you have an event planned with them. You don't gerao them and embarrass yourself to such an extent.
Nabila, just as a
Ignoring the fans who have
case in
paid money
point,
to get
Nabila,
a glimpse of him.
Nabila, just one line, just a case in point. In Maharashtra, you have seen the chief minister of Maharashtra. See, you're showing that now. Devendra Fadnavis maintained a very dignified distance from Messi and the rest of them.
But
Of course, the
let
VIP is
me
doing
be
the same.
clear here. Even Devendra Fadnavis's wife was criticized for trying to take a selfie out of turn, right?
Criticizing is all very
But
fine,
at the
but did
same
you see
time,
her
the police did a
hampering
good
the
job in
game?
maintaining law and order. That was what was important, and that was lacking here in West Bengal. Let me bring in Abhilash, who's been trying to make a point.
Yeah, I was listening to BJP spokesperson statements. Now, let me see, whenever BJP talks about sports and stuffs like football and stuff, it's a very, it gets very funny because BJP's own party member and three-time MLA candidate from Maniktola, Mr. Kalyan Chaubey,
We're
is the
talking
sole
about this
person who has
event.
been single-handedly
Stick to this
destroying the
event.
ISL and the footballing culture of his nation.
Stick to this
First,
event.
second thing is,
You have brought the
secondly, one thing.
whole
Let me
nation
complete. Let me
to
complete.
shame.
To complete,
Stick
ma'am.
to
Allow him
this
to say what
event.
he has to say. Yeah.
Let me let me complete. Yeah. Secondly, secondly, the fact that there has been,
Go on, Abhilash. All right. We seem to have a problem with Abhilash's network there. But Jaideep Basu, politics will continue on this. You have the BJP TMC clashing over this global embarrassment that Kolkata has brought to India with the Messi debacle. Give us a little more on what exactly was the schedule for Messi in Kolkata. He was supposed to come and give a kick. There was supposed to be some play on the field for a few minutes at least, so that his fans could really, sink in that they're watching him live. What exactly was the planned activity for Messi, and what did not eventually happen? If you could give us some clarity.
Ah, Actually, I do not know what was the planned activity, and I'm quite confident that none of the people there know, because they had no flow of event. It was everything was very vague, so nothing what happened according to schedule, because there was absolutely no schedule. I believe that created the entire problem. The problem in Calcutta is that Aroop Biswas, the sports minister, I have seen him in many other tournaments. I myself have covered. I myself have matlab, was got involved in operations when I was in the All India Football Federation. Mr. Aroop Biswas thinks that every sporting event in Calcutta or wherever it is across West Bengal is his personal property, and he behaves like that. So it had to come. It had to break down at one point, and in this case, the what I say the cat has finally come out of the bag. That's the problem. And it's a Macy's visit is a private visit, but it has been lapped up by every state government. One is of TMC, one is of Congress, two of BJP, I think in Maharashtra and Delhi. But all other three, including that of Hyderabad, was very well organized. Even like Madam said, in Maharashtra, I should point out, even Mr. Rahul Gandhi maintained a very nice distance, because I also watched the show. He was very dignified. But in West Bengal case, the leader himself was, what do I say? What should I say? He was extremely undignified, and well, he behaved like a pedestrian actually, which he
Yeah.
shouldn't have.
Yeah.
In all other three states, it didn't happen like that. That's the problem here. And
Imagine like the
with my
first stop,
personal
Kolkata, and Messi had that impression. So how sad.
I'm from my personal experience, I'm again stressing to the fact that Mr. Arup Biswas always behaved as every sports event in Kolkata is his personal property. And finally, the cat has come out of the bag. It had
Abhilash
to
Badra?
happen, and it should have happened.
Yeah, sorry, I was not able to finish my statement. See, considering what has happened, now if now the BJP spokesperson and the sports journalists both have taken up the examples of Maharashtra, Hyderabad, and Delhi, now let me come up with you the what had happened in Delhi. We have seen there are even visuals where the people from the crowd are shouting AQI, AQI when Miss Rekha Gupta comes in and joins the concert. We have seen how there were some other family members from the ministers of the Delhi government, from the chief minister's family, have been present on the stage. And you tell me, when the court concert was going in Mumbai, how can, if there is protocol of only the chief minister, sports minister should be on the stage, how can someone's wife, someone's daughter, someone's other family members can be there? And at the same point, we have also seen that in Mumbai, Wankhede also, the spectators have booed the chief minister when he was trying to give speech out of turn, when his wife was there on the stage, when other celebrities came on the stage and guarded the vision of Messi. So we can see that not only what had happened in Kolkata is a ruckus, but the things that have taken place in Delhi, in Mumbai, are also a kind of a negativity that has come up in the media. Now, obviously, the BJP spokesperson wouldn't accept my statements, but again, I want to say that today standing in in India, the footballing culture has been single-handedly destroyed by Mr. Kalyan Chaubey, who is said to be the AIFF president and also the member of BJP. So, considering the fact BJP's contribution for the football, for the sporting culture, for the footballing culture is somewhat, we in Kolkata people, we have seen that how they have single-handedly destroyed this such. And obviously, coming up again to the fact that what had happened in Solnik Stadium, what had happened in Yuva Bharati Kridangan, that is a shame for all of us. But again, this is what Bengal does, and this is what Bengal has shown path, that if there is a mistake, if there is a time where someone needs to leave a space, someone needs to resign, that person does it. And today, what the sports minister has done, I think the BJP also should come up and appreciate the fact that he has taken up the responsibility. He has said that he will be helping out for the investigation. Now, if I start giving examples of other events where BJP ministers should have resigned, will BJP spokesperson be able to answer that? Why did the railway minister has not resigned yet? Why the civil aviation minister has not resigned yet? Why the defense minister has not resigned yet after whatever happened in Kashmir and Delhi? So there can be a lot of other things that can be brought up
Right.
against what BJP is saying right now.
Right. So I think what the Abhilash Badra, political analyst, and clearly here at this point showing some sympathy to the TMC, says the TMC has taken responsibility, sports minister has resigned, and they've taken accountability. An investigation has been initiated. So what more do you want from the TMC? A final word from you, ma'am. What would be your ask in West Bengal now?
No, we want the whole government change, because then there was one ministry left at the whole at the behest of Aroop Biswas. Now the chief minister herself, after having ruined some 5 ministries, including home and police and hill affairs, whichever one, whatever she has touched, including West Bengal, she has ruined it, brought it down to shambles. So the sports ministry is left; she's going to bring it down there also. That aside, let me just tell you that, even if it's all very well to point out at the other states, I think it is a unanimous opinion across India that whole Messi event was handled beautifully, as best as possible by all three other states, among which one state is not even BJP. So here, when I'm talking about this, I'm not even getting into politics. Even if there were other people on the stage and the chief minister took up the mic, see how he responded immediately to the audience. He said, Ganapati Bappa Moria. Even if he wanted to make a speech, he immediately realized this was not the time to make a speech. And he said what Maharashtra wants to hear. Messi, of course, didn't probably understand, but it all went well. Nobody behaved like a pedestrian that, you grab someone's arm, force him to take a selfie, you scratch somebody,
Okay. So,
obliterate the other
you're
two
saying that
star
even if
players. This is not right.
the public, you can't blame the public. People in Kolkata were furious. All right, we understand where
How
that
can I?
anger
How can
stems
I?
from. But to begin with, the politicians itself were so misbehaved.
That's my point. You see, had they stuck to the schedule that was circulated, whoever
Now,
bought
what is
the
the
tickets,
schedule? The sports journalist does not even know the flow of event. He's saying there wasn't even a flow of event. How is
no,
permission given to
there
an
was
event
something
without a flow
declared.
of event?
No, there was something declared. Again, it was not very public, but it was declared to the press that first and foremost there would be a Mohun Bagan versus some other team which was playing there, and that would continue. By the time Messi would arrive after inaugurating his statue, which by the way has no similarity with him, now he would arrive, and he would be giving the prize to the winning team. Number one. Number two, he would be playing with children, underprivileged children of some other club which was there, and he would interact with them, where people would have a lot of opportunity to see Messi in action, which actually people went to see.
Yeah.
Even then, even if they probably couldn't do that, because I heard the moment Messi's car came into the stadium, then referee just stopped the match. He could have been at least made to settle down, sit somewhere, but the match should have gone on for maybe another 5 minutes, 10 minutes,
Yeah,
and
so
the
absolute mismanagement, no judgment,
complete
no forethought.
mismanagement.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
also,
and
why
this,
Shatadru is to be blamed? I don't think, even tried to coordinate or decentralize the management. So even if the state government should have told him that this is the basic protocol you
yeah,
follow
yeah,
when
yeah.
a
So
person
that's
of
what I'm
this
saying. You can
nature
follow
comes.
protocols if the politicians follow protocols. They got to set an
They
example, but
don't.
they themselves
So
are
even
flouting the rules,
if
and that was visible.
Nabila, if
It's
everything failed,
unfortunate.
he should have been made to do a
You know what? I feel really
rundown.
terrible, not just for India's image really had to take a beating because of the first event
Of
that
course, this is beyond
Messi attended
politics.
was in Kolkata, and that's what happened. But the sad part is that Kolkata people of Kolkata, West Bengal are ardent fans of football and Messi. They had a huge statue. In fact, Kolkata really wanted to go in with a bang. 70-foot tall statue that they've constructed in Salt Lake, and you know they went the whole hog to give that warm, grand welcome, but you know, it just turned the opposite. And that's what's sad. I wish the government had foreseen this and acted better, given better security, and the event company should just be banned. That's all I can say. Thanks very much, all of you, for joining us. It's a lesson learned. Kolkata's, the West Bengal's sports minister has now resigned over this. Investigations continue.